Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Sasha. So I'm continuing forward with this challenge of posting every day or at least 6 days a week, just putting my voice out there, creating content and not worrying too much about the editing, just being straightforward. And today's theme is gonna be the full moon energy and feeling naturally high on your own supply. So yesterday was actually the full moon, which kind of led me on to want to speak about this. And also I had a recent experience where I felt naturally high off the moon energy and other factors. Well, this is my first time trying one of these, and this look is quite different from yesterday. This is my second time ever having braids. It's pretty nice. And I shaved the beard, just left the stash. Yeah, I'm not gonna be one of those guys that just keeps these on all the time. I'll have them on when I sleep, but yeah, I know some people just always have these on. But anyways, yeah, so the other day, my cousin and some friends were doing a shrooms trip, and I didn't want to take shrooms myself. I like taking them occasionally, but that time I felt like being sober and I didn't want to get into that. But I felt so naturally high just because they were in that state of being high, being spiritually connected through the shrooms and psychedelics. I was able to tap into that state myself. And it's interesting because I thought that day was the full moon. And I was like, oh, it must be because it's the full moon I feel so high. I felt like a kid playing in the water. Like, it's almost like in the water in the sea. It's almost like I was on the shroom strip myself, which was very interesting because it wasn't even the full moon. So I was doing breathing, meditation movements, listening to sounds, connecting, and just by putting myself into that state, I got naturally high, and I said, oh, it must be the full moon, but it wasn't even the full moon. But the full moon does definitely have an impact, and because it was near the full moon, that plays a part as well, because you're still in those energies. It's obviously not as intense as the actual full moon day. You can see it here in the background because it was yesterday. So yeah, they say that everything is enhanced on a full moon. If you're feeling good, you're gonna feel even better. If you're feeling bad, you're gonna feel even worse. So it's a good time to meditate, get into those deeper states. And yeah, protect your energy, be careful what you surround yourself with. I know a lot of people not a lot of people, but maybe you tend to do bad decisions on the full moon. Actually, they say police, they tend to be on the lookout on full moons, or not necessarily on the lookout, but that's the days when more crime happens, more things happen, because all the energy is amplified. So if you have negative energy, that's going to be amplified. So yeah, good time to meditate, good time to look at the moon. And the moon aside, like I said, it's fascinating that you can just be naturally high and feel good off meditation and spirituality. Now I'm kind of starting to ramble on. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I think I made my point. The moon energy, and yeah, moon gazing as well. You can look at the moon similar to how you would look at the sunset or the sunrise. Feel the energy. I have it right in front of me. It's beautiful as well. It's the sun is the masculine energy, the moon is the feminine energy. Now I think that's going to be it for this video. Once again, this is somewhat of a challenge, or I'm putting myself through the commitment of posting every day, or at the very least 6 days a week, to improve my speaking skills, get back into YouTube, and even if it's not perfect, put myself out there. Maybe some people will unsubscribe, because I previously had videos with better editing, and they're gonna see this, they're gonna be like, okay, I don't want to see this anymore. That's okay, new people will come as well. And you know, this is part of the learning experience to get better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you made it this far, and I'll keep posting and hope you guys can see my progression, how I improve at speaking, making raw videos that really connect with people and give out value, because you know, you'll have YouTubers that have a lot of editing and it'll enhance the entertainment aspect and enhance the video. But then you also have videos of people who will just have a raw talk in their car, barely any editing, just maybe a few cuts, and you'll be glued to the video because the way that person speaks, the value that they bring is so intense. Now, I know I'm just holding my phone and it's kind of wobbly. This is like quite suboptimal, and I have a tripod. It's just that, you know, it's getting kind of late and I wanted to get it done. You know, this is part of the discipline. So yeah, I'm not saying that I want to keep posting videos where I have them unedited. This is just a phase, trial, an experiment, if you might. And then eventually I'll go back to hopefully 1 or 2 videos a week where I maybe script them. I take more time to put out quality. It feels strange to say that because that would be saying that right now this is not quality, which maybe it's not as much quality for sure. And I'm kind of rambling on, so I'll cut it short here and I'll keep it going tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.